Hopefully everyone enjoyed part 1 of this video series as we take a look at the essential things that everybody should be updating with mods in 2025. And again, instead of focusing on the exact mods that are being used with the series, it's more so looking at the category, the different systems and things that I think need that little bit of update to give it a more modern feeling. In the previous video, we looked at combat overhauls, we looked at movement, jumping, and so many other things. So if you haven't watched that yet, make sure you jump over, check that out, and without any more delay, let's head into it. Some of the most important mods are those that run behind the scenes. These mods come in all sorts and often address issues for bugs and even add quality of life enhancements to the game. And there are a lot of issues with Skyrim that modding can fix, so this should be one of the first areas that you focus on. Starting with the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch by Arthur Moore, a mod that has been maintained and updated consistently for 9 years now and is patched to be compatible for pretty much every mod you're going to find. Then we have Bug Fixes SSE by Meh321. This is an engine bug fix for magic effects, movement speed, speech experience, and fixes issues when selling enchanted items or stacks of items at the same time. And the last is a major one, and that's SSE Engine Fixes by Airs. This mod is not one that you install and forget. Instead, it has an extensive list of fixes and changes that you'll want to look at and decide which ones you want to use. And it's easy to do, so don't pass it up thinking that it's going to be difficult. This mod addresses various things and offers fixes, and in other cases, it just adjusts some things and makes them much more user-friendly, and for others gives them a very quality of life change. Once downloaded, go to the text file described on the mod page and enable or disable them how you prefer. And with the behind the scenes mods done, the UI now gets our attention, and the UI is something that you can easily mod, fix, and make an instant change to the way your Skyrim looks. And for years now, the go-to mod has been SkyUI. SkyUI is a PC interface adding many advanced features to make your menus much more user-friendly. And it has support for pretty much all other mods out there, as well as other mods that are created for it to give it menu support. Out of these, my favorite is the Dear Diary by Urin Reactor, and between the choices for it, I much prefer the Dark Warm mode. Dear Diary Dark Mode is a SkyUI menu replacer that changes books, dialogue, and all system menus. It works with MoreHUD and TrueHUD and is going to completely change the look and feel of all the games in menu. And on top of that, it also includes an optional starting screen replacer. And the great thing about SkyUI is that it has many options. It can be customized, and there's other mods that work very well with that. For example, SkyHUD by Farkas, no, not the companion. This will allow you to do things such as change scale size, swap elements, change positioning, and has other built-in options such as crosshairs, compass, and alternative ammo displays. And for changes to boss, NPC, and character health bars, player widgets, and the addition of a modular and customizable interface, I highly recommend TrueHUD by Irshin. But there is even more for the UI if you want to see more information on items that you target and hover over, adding in things like ingredients, weapon effects, enemy level, and more. Then take a look at MoreHUD SE and make it a lot easier to get the info that you need. So how about starting with a full overhaul of the compass? One that will improve your experience by adding useful information displayed on the compass when you're facing specific markers. It will show things such as names, as well as offer a height marker so you can plan the best route in advance. And it also adds a quest journal widget on the screen to tell you which quests are in the direction that you're heading. Compass Navigation Overhaul by Alex Lex is a wonderful addition for navigation and quest tracking. And this is a nice quality of life feature, and there are also many more features that are going to make the base game so much better. Among these, I think, are another 5 that work great as a base and very essential addition to every load order. First, there is Read and Take, a simple mod that allows you to use Shift as an extra action button to swap between reading or taking a book when you first interact with it. And similar to this is User Take, both mods created by Power of 3, who has created some of the best mods for Skyrim SE, so be sure to check out their entire page. and use or take works just like read or take, allowing you to use shift as a secondary action button, and this allows you to use items or equip them instead of being forced to pick them up first, then open your inventory, find them in your inventory, select them, and then use them or equip them. So eating food, drinking, equipping items, all of this is going to be much easier. It's going to be a huge time saver and is going to hopefully keep you out of the amount of time that you have to spend in menus. And another mod that does a great job of limiting the amount of time spent in menus is Quick Loot IE, a Quick Loot EE fork by Miss Corruption. There are a few Quick Loot variations on Nexus. This is the one that I have used and I've never had any issues with it. As they say, it just works. This allows you to hover over an object or body similar to Fallout 4 and other RPGs, and you get a loot window that pops up. You can then scroll through, select what you want to pick up, and then be on your way. And scrolling over items in third person can also be a lot easier with better third person selection by Shrimperator. In true third person RPG gaming fashion, this mod rewrites the way you interact with objects in your crosshairs by having nearby items become targeted and locked onto when you're looking in their direction. No longer do you have to stand pointing your crosshairs trying to pick up or find the object that you want. Instead, you can simply look in a general direction and the crosshairs will move and lock to the closest item. This mod works great alongside mods like True Directional Movement and Smooth Cam to give third-person play the final touches of perfection. It also adds another neat feature that allows you to switch between all the items that you're facing by simply scrolling your mouse wheel. Again, a must-have for third-person gameplay. And now we're going to turn our attention to the more visual side of Skyrim modding. Lighting in Skyrim, both interior and exterior, will make a huge difference in how your game looks. And with the addition of ENB or community shaders, it'll make that even more drastic. And for lighting, the clear choice for me is going to be Lux by GG Unit for all of your interior lighting. Due to the popularity and the fact that it is the best choice for lighting, the Lux series is well maintained and updated, and will have patches for nearly every mod that comes out, and those that don't tend to get one pretty quick. The mod reworks all interior lighting in Skyrim, enhancing your gameplay experience. And if you want to overhaul the exterior lighting as well, then look no further than GG Unit's Lux Orbis. Again, another well-maintained mod and supported by nearly every mod out there in the community. And after just referencing Lux and Lux Orbis, we will stick with the Lux series as we move into environmental overhauls, and we're going to look at Lux Via, a mod that the creator calls his final opus in his lighting project, which breathes life into the boring roads of Skyrim. It does this by adding consistent lighting between towns and villages, and also reworks locations such as bridges and crossroads. Lux Via is a great addition and really brings a true depth of beauty to the world outside in Skyrim. And along with that, we're going to turn to the king of Skyrim roads and paths, a mod that at times can be a patching nightmare, but as long as you don't start putting too many mods in one location, you'll mostly be okay. And this is Northern Roads by JP Steel 12. The reach and extent of this mod is truly a work of art, remastering every road in the game, reworking them and adding dirt paths in and around villages and other areas that it would make sense to see a lot of traffic. You'll come across things on the roadside as you travel, bridges that are reworked, unique bridges that are added. Now you'll see mud textures used in a more realistic way, totems, runestones, and other assets that'll add a quality of life to the once bland roads of Skyrim. Northern Roads honestly does add a very rustic and again beautiful touch to the environment. And with those mods now shown, we are going to wrap up part 2 of what I think are the most essential things that you need to update in Skyrim with mods in 2025. We've went over combat, we've went over movement, we went over NPC looks, we've looked at Northern Roads, we've looked at lighting. There's been tons of things for the UI, and there's still one more big one, and that's going to be the textures and environmental overhauls, which we should be able to wrap up in part 3. So until then, everybody stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.